Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Nurse Mark and the Green Nurse Daily Dose of AFA,
where we bring you hope and inspiration for growth and healing so you can start your day off the AFA way. And in case you have forgotten, Mark is going to tell you because he wrote a book about it.
How can you forget? It's easy. You know how you can forget? You're human. Yeah. Absolutely. But here's the thing. At your core, the real you, not the you that is whatever it is today, the real you is absolutely fucking amazing. Absolutely, without a doubt. So here we are.
I love, how cool is it to wake up? And I think it's so cool to wake up and turn on my camera and look at you and have you tell me that I'm absolutely fucking amazing. How can that not start your day off?
You are absolutely amazing. And I'm going to tell you every single day.
Until you believe it.
Because we need to hear it. Because we take on all of that stuff we gather over the courses of our lives to give evidence for the stupid stories that get implanted in an early age. We just drag that stuff along. And it's like, yeah, I'm just like that. Yeah, I did it again. Blah,
did it again.
Blah, blah. Good morning, Denise.
Hi.
Just drag that stuff along, right?
Yes, but it becomes heavy. I mean, I wonder too, like when I start to get like shoulder and neck pain, I'm like, okay, what am I carrying around with me?
Carrying the weight of the world, right? That's the same. And it's so true. You take on the mantle of the world. You take on all of that story, and you believe that it's true.
Yeah.
All it is a story. You get to choose what you want to believe. So at the end of the day, your immutable, unchangeable self at your core,
yes, that's it.
Absolutely amazing. So you're all absolutely amazing, exactly as you are.
Yes, and quick thing too, because even if you don't feel it, I want to play the opposite side there.
Yeah.
Even if you don't feel it, it doesn't mean that it's not true. Feelings aren't right or wrong.
No,
they just are. They are what they are, and your feelings will change. I mean, it's like a light switch.
All very mechanistic. Like this pattern of thought gets lit, those neurons get lit, and you have an emotion tied to it, and that's what you're going to feel. Yeah. You didn't really do anything about it. It just happens. Like you'll feel that way, right? You'll feel sad all of a sudden. You didn't consciously think, hey, you know what? For the next 4 hours, I'm going to feel sad. Right. Like you didn't do that. It just happens because the neural patterns get lit, and it's associated with emotion, and you feel that. Here's an example. When you hear a song on the radio from way back when, doesn't that immediately evoke an emotion in you?
Yes.
And then you remember who you were dating at the time,
yes,
what was going on in life. Like you go right there.
You go right there.
You don't do that consciously. It's an automatic lighting of those neural patterns.
Neurons.
It's an amazing phenomenon. So Here's the point at the end of the day is they're just turning on and off. You have no control.
No idea.
It's just you're living that. But you believe that the emotions and everything that are tied to it are just what's real at that moment.
Yeah.
Like it's all just very mechanistic.
It's a story.
Base, it's all story. At the base, you're absolutely amazing.
Amazing.
Like that is the true who you are. Fact of the matter. Good morning, everybody. Carrie Lee, Jack, Beth, welcome. Everybody else who's listening in.
I know. I love it. I want to give one other quick example with music and how some people like, the sad love songs, blah, blah, blah. So over Christmas, I'm going to give a story. I was feeling really down in the dumps. And so I started meditating and I heard in my head.
Christmas does that to me,
But the weird thing is when I meditated, I heard a little voice in my head say, play old fashioned Christmas music. And I was like, how is that going to help? Seriously? How? Okay, so I put on the old-fashioned Christmas music that my grandmother used to live to, and I brought up good memories.
Of course
it actually made me feel better.
Yeah.
It was interesting. I was completely counterintuitive. I'm like, I don't want to put that on. I don't want to put that on. I don't want to put that on. But once I did. It shifted.
It shifts. That's why music's so powerful. Like when you're in whatever mood you're in, you play music, it can change how you feel in that particular moment because it'll hit it'll light those other patterns, those memories, and you'll be right there at that happy place.
And just think about when it's hitting those memories and those things in your brain, right? We're talking endocannabinoid system, everyone.
Yes.
right?
It's
Yes.
all, very, again, it's all very automated. We're so complex and magnificent in our humanity, the physicality, and that endocannabinoid system is just helping those
Right there.
neurotransmitters regulate correctly.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah. So here we are.
Daily love.
Daily Love, Thursday, March 11th, 2021. And there ain't going to be another one. So let's
That's it. It's
seize
the only
this
one we got.
Okay. I love Thursdays. Oh my gosh. So today I pulled from the Daily Word, and it's a good one. It's called Let Go and Let God. And so it starts off, I let go and look to the future with joy and expectation. So there are times in my life when I find it difficult to let go of an idea, a relationship, or a dream or goal that I have held for a long time. Perhaps fear of change or lack of confidence are holding me back. The realization that I am a child of God imbued with great strength and ability fills me with peace and gives me confidence to do what is mine to do.
There you go.
At the end, it says, I let go and let God within me guide me to a life of peace, joy, and success.
Yes.
Now, in the 12-step programs, this is a very famous motto, let go and let God. Well, why is that? Because when people get into whatever 12-step program they're in for recovery, they're coming in very much having to do everything themselves, like rely on themselves, and it hasn't worked out because, of course, the substances that they take kind of remove them from themselves, right? They get out of themselves by taking whatever particular drug they're taking. But at the end of the day, when they get into the program, it's let go and let God. Like the pressure's off. You don't have to worry about it anymore. You can step back out of it and let God take care of it. Now, here's the thing, Sherry. When I say the word God,
I know, people
immediately have a picture. You have an opinion. Everybody does.
Everyone.
And you know what? Sometimes that opinion, depending on whatever religious tradition that you have, or maybe not even a religious tradition, you have a concept of God. And sometimes it's a punishing God, and sometimes it's another type of God. What I'd invite everybody to do, and I do this on the Daily Love, is when you hear the word God, just be open to whatever interpretation is peace, joy, and love.
Yes.
Whatever that is. You can step outside of whatever that opinion from the past is, and trust me, it wasn't one that you came up with yourself. Like it was given to you at some point, and you took it in and you said, oh, this is true. I am going to agree with whoever said it. And it may have been when you were 4 years old, right? It could have been like, I'm being told who God is, and you take it on as if it's real. You can step outside of that and have whatever concept you want.
Yes, so, it's the universal source. That's what I look at it. The divine creation of creative love.
Yes, if that's what you believe, that's so awesome.
I love it. It's great. Everyone.
Yeah. But whatever that concept is, you can let go, let God within you guide you to a life of peace, joy, and happiness.
Yep, the inner work, the connection. I love it. Yeah. Such a good stuff. So
just letting go today. Just gonna let go.
Yeah. So I'll tell you, letting go and letting your inner glow shine. Here you go. So I woke up this morning and I started reading. I was meditating, and some things came to me, and it just came to me in doing the Daily Love. I have this little angel calendar. And so today's reading on March 11th was, praise your inner glow so that its embers may burn even brighter. So praise your inner glow, praise your inner spirit, and let your glow flow, and that inner beauty, that inner peace, that inner love, that inner joy, go in and let it shine out,
Absolutely.
And cannabis helps for sure.
Cannabis does help. Yes, it does. Bringing it back in. I mean, cannabis has been used for thousands and thousands and thousands of years in many different religious, spiritual traditions. Why? Because it gives us access to a different way of being in that particular moment, access to our more spiritual nature. And really that, at the end of the day, is your immutable, unchangeable self. You are love at your very, very core.
It's a
The
pillar.
rest of this experience that you have, all of your accomplishments over life, who you become, and all of these things, simply a way of being. That's not who you are at your base. Yeah. So
exactly. So history. So
yes.
women, and it's a Throwback Thursday today.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about a couple women. Mark's going to pick one of the women in weed history, but one of the women that I also want to talk about. Did you get that link that I sent you?
I did.
All right, cool. And then there's another woman that I want to talk about because she is a woman that has had the longest lifespan of any human. So, right, which I think is just really interesting. Do you want me to start with her?
Do you want to start with Madame?
Why don't we start with the cannabis ladies? And
okay, let's start with the cannabis lady. There's a lot to choose from.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
So history. We're going to cover them all.
I love this one because, when we talk about history and we look at Great Britain and we think of the period of Queen Victoria, we think of very conservative, very, Queen Victoria, very conservative, very proper. But Queen Victoria actually was a user of cannabis.
There you go.
Yeah.
The queen.
Yeah. So the woman at the center of this, of the conservatism, which was Queen Victoria, actually participated in a progressive activity, which was using cannabis. They say that she received cannabis from her physician to ease menstrual cramps. And we know that that is actually something that cannabis has the capacity to do.
Yep.
Yeah. So, she was prescribed a tincture of cannabis. And you know what? It says that she was amused, and perhaps very amused, which is...
I bet. Who doesn't want to be amused? Laughter is the best medicine for sure.
Right. And, she was actually one of the first notable people to test chloroform. Like at that particular time in that day, that era, there really wasn't much anesthetic. There wasn't much, when you had surgery, you were in childbirth, you pretty much just wrote it out. And it's, which was pretty tough. But she was one of the first notable people to actually test chloroform, used it to dull the pain of giving birth to her youngest son.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Huh. So, this most conservative of people was actually kind of a groundbreaker. And
absolutely. Trailblazer.
Trailblazer.
Seriously.
So there you go. There's a little bit of history of women in cannabis.
Cannabis. Yes. I love that. That's a great one. And we've got a few more to talk about too next week. But one of the ladies that really truly stuck out in my mind, and it's not, I don't know whether she used cannabis or not because it wasn't disclosed, but it was a woman that has lived the longest of any human. Her name is Madame Calmette. And I did a little post on her a couple days ago. So she lived for 122 years and 164 days. So, which is really interesting. So she was born in France in 1875. The Eiffel Tower was built when she was 14 years old. So I know, right? So it's good. So this is great. I know, it's really fun. And so at the time she met Vincent van Gogh, and her quote about him was, "He was dirty, badly dressed, and very disagreeable." Right? Here's a really good one. You ready?
Yeah.
When she was 85 years old, she took up fencing.
Yeah.
She still rode her bike when she reached the age of 100. And at the age of 114, she starred in a film about her life. At the age of 115, she had an operation on her hip. And at the age of 117, she gave up smoking. It's kind of weird. No, I'm not a proponent of smoking for the rest of her life.
When she was 21.
Yeah. 1896, she started smoking butts. Right. And so anyways, she didn't give it up for health reasons. And her reason was that she didn't so in other words, when she gave up smoking cigarettes at the age of 117 years old, the reason why she gave it up is because she was tired of asking people to light her cigarette.
Because she couldn't see anymore.
She was blind. So that's why she quit cigarettes. So this is just interesting. So what did she do?
In 1965, she was 90 years old. She had no heirs. She signed a deal to sell her apartment in France, and so she signed a deal to sell it to a 47-year-old lawyer, right? The lawyer agreed to pay her a monthly sum of $2,500 francs, 2,500 francs on the condition that he would inherit her apartment after she died, which, was a great deal for him, right? And a good deal for her. But
however,
he outlasted him, and he died at the age of 70 something, and his wife had to continue paying Madame her 2,500 francs.
I think that's amazing. I think it's really funny. So she outlived the person that was supposed to inherit her house.
Oh, yeah.
So this is great too. So I love this too. So these are really some really cool quotes from her. So she was very sharp. She had her mental, faculties. She did not lose cognitive decline. And on her 120th birthday, she was asked what kind of future she expected to have. And her reply was a very short one, which I thought was very cute.
Like, you can tell that she has a good sense of humor. And you'll see in this list of quotes from her as to how she lived so long. Look at the theme running through it. Always laughing, always joyful, always inquisitive. Like that just, stuck out for me. So go ahead, Sherry. What did Madame Jean
rules? I love this. This is just great. So just think about it. This woman lived to be over 120 years old.
Yeah.
And she had rules of life. And so here are her rules of life. All babies are beautiful. I think I will die of laughter. I'm telling you, I love laughing. I will do anything for a laugh.
Me too.
Listen to this one. I've been what does that one say?
Oh, I've been forgotten by our good Lord.
Right, exactly. So that's why she's like, he forgot all about me, so I'm going to hang out.
Yeah.
Oh, this is my favorite one.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
I've got only one wrinkle and I'm sitting on it.
Love that.
Right?
Yeah.
There's another good one.
Yeah.
I never wear mascara. I laugh until I cry often.
Yes.
Laughing.
Yes.
It's all about.
This next one is great. If you can't change something, don't worry about it.
There you go. There's another good one because I love it. Always keep your smile. That's how I explain my long life. There you go. See, smile your way into old age.
Exactly. She says, I see badly, I hear badly, and I feel bad, but everything's fine.
There you go. That inner glow, 120 years old, that inner glow.
Yeah.
I like this one too. I have a huge desire to live and a big appetite, especially for sweets.
Yeah.
So cute.
And this is good too. I have legs of iron, but to tell you the truth, they're starting to rust and buckle a bit.
So great. Couple more. I took pleasure when I could. I acted clearly and morally and without regret. I am very lucky. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, the last one. So good, Sherry. Being young is a state of mind. It doesn't depend on one's body. I'm actually still a young girl. It's just that I haven't looked so good for the past 70 years.
Oh my God. That's.
Oh, ain't that the truth?
It is. It's amazing. And so just to think the whole reason why we're bringing this up, she's a woman in history, number one, and number two, she lived a long life. And part of the reason why she lived a long life after you guys have heard all those quotes is because of her state of mind. Right?
Yes.
Huge part of it.
Completely her state of mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are going to have an AFA day today. Everyone's going to nourish and love their endocannabinoid system, right? Mind, body, and spirit.
Yeah.
Let go. Just let
Thursday,
go.
March 11th. That's right. Let go. What would happen if you just let go of any sort of requirements of the day? Just like let go of having to be responsible for them. I know what you're saying. Oh no, but I've got so much to do.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, this is the only March 11th, 2021 you get. Maybe you try something a little bit different. Maybe you just let go and experience the day exactly as it unfolds, whatever happens.
Yeah.
Oh, so many possibilities.
I know. It's great. So that's what's
Step out of the ordinary.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we thank you guys, all of you, for joining us. Melissa, Joe, good morning, Joseph, Jack, Carrie Lee, Denise, you guys are awesome. Thank you for joining us and for sharing the love. This is why we do
pick your soundtrack. crank up your music when we get done. Crank it up, start this day. This is the only one you got. So let's make it the best Thursday, March 11th, 2021 you've ever had.
Yes, I've got you. You've got me. Together we can see. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We're going to have an AFA day. And Mark, what's it all about? I'm going to start asking you.
You know what it's all about. It's about living your best life. Mm-hmm. All right, folks. We'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Thanks for